This is the North Fork of the Calaveras River. We're in a real steep, deep canyon at this time. There's virtually no place to hike along the shore, along the edge of the stream. So for long stretches, we're having to hike right in the water itself. It's a pretty area, but it's rough going. Takes a long time.
As the name implies, Rich Gulch is a mining area, or at least it was a mining area. The name itself, Rich Gulch, is sort of a generic one. There are many Rich Gulches in different states and different areas of California. In fact, there are a couple of Rich Gulches in this very area that we're in. One is over on the Calaveras River, and this area, known as Rich Gulch, is on the North Fork of the Calaveras River.
We've gone down the river a little bit further. This is a pretty neat little area. It's got a couple of little waterfalls. It's very scenic. Extremely hard to get to, however. There are no trails whatsoever that come into this area. You have to forge your own trail to get down here. And this is what we've come to. Got a big pile right here. This is obviously some spoil from a mine. I'm sure it dates back quite a ways. Over here you see some more. This is not so much debris, but this used to be a rock wall. The wall can be seen a little bit better over on the other side right there. We've come to a little waterfall right here. Some nice rocks along the stream. So far, we haven't found any evidence of Native American settlement. We're going to have to go check out something that's in the water just below the surface over there, right where the dog is. There's something there, some sort of a hose. I wonder if somebody was down here doing some dredging at one time. Cody, pull that out. It's obviously part of a dredge system. Now, we don't know whether or not this has been abandoned and was used at this specific spot, although this would have been an okay place to do some dredging. In fact, this would be an especially good place to do some dredging right at the bottom of the waterfalls over there. The other possibility is that the dredging was occurring further upstream and it just washed down to this point. You can get an idea of how steep the canyon walls are by looking up in this particular area right here. It's one of the few places where we could actually get a view towards the top of the canyon, because most of the places that we've been in have been so covered with trees and vegetation that you can't get much of an idea of the canyon walls at all. Here's on the other side of the creek. This gives you an idea of how thick the vegetation is going up the canyon walls. We're not far from the stream. It's right behind me. And here's remnants of an old rock wall. You can see very clearly that this was man-made. What's not quite so obvious is what this was used for. And I think, based on some of the flat area up on top of the wall and the way it stretches along the sides of the canyon here, that at one time there was a road that went along here. Although very little of it is left now. My guess is that the road was used to gain access to some of the mining claims that were down here a long time ago. Like if we pan this way, any kind of evidence of a road disappears off into the brush. This was a pretty neat find. It's a pickaxe. I didn't find it right at this particular spot. It was down further along the river